I'm Andrew Ackerland, and I am the Protocol Office Supervisor for the George Mason Center for Community Mental Health.
What inspired you to get into the mental health field?
Honestly, lived experience. I spent 10 years as a hairstylist and developed a lot of relationships, trusting relationships with my clients. They opened up to me. I feel like a lot of people enjoy talking to their barber and hairstylist and opening up. And over many years, I started to realize that um, that was what I enjoyed the most about my career was those relationships and giving people um, confidence and making them feel better about themselves when they left the salon, but also being able to give them sound advice. And it made me realize that I was destined to have a larger impact on the world. And I decided to pursue a degree in psychology and become a therapist.
For me, I live with bipolar disorder too, and talking to people with lived experiences is better for me because it is therapeutic and it's very relatable. Do you find that the same way when you talk to people with lived experiences?
Absolutely. I think that when you have people who have similar shared lived experiences, it is easy to discuss things and to open up because both of you have, you know, traveled some of the same roads, even if they might be a little different,
Right.
the experiences are largely similar and it makes you more comfortable to talk to that person as well because you know that there's no fear of I want to say misunderstanding or certainly not judgment or any sort of feelings of like shame or anything that might come up. Some people might feel um, uncomfortable talking to someone about something that they realize they don't have any sort of common ground on. Um, and I think having a similar shared experience can definitely break that ice and make you feel a lot more comfortable opening up about things to someone.
What are some of the things you've learned at here?
Oh my gosh, I've learned a ton. I would say a lot of what I've learned has helped me understand the broader field of psychology, that there are many avenues to take, and that psychologists, we do more than just therapy for people. We work in just about every industry, every organization on so many different levels to help make people's lives better. Um, I mean, therapy is the number one, you think of, it's kind of like the automatic go-to. It's what people immediately gravitate towards. You're a psychologist, you're a therapist, but we work in schools, we work in businesses, we work in, um, oh my gosh, like big corporations, as industrial and organizational psychologists, we're in the forensics field, working in criminal justice and in the prison systems, helping with prison reformation and with people who are struggling there and helping them come out and, live productive lives on the other side. So psychologists, we're everywhere. And I think it's such an important field. And I've learned so much, not just here at the CCMH, but also at George Mason, about this field and everything that we can do as psychologists.
And here, uh, it gives access to a lot of people who wouldn't have access to mental health care.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for that, do you think that helps whittle away the stigma a little bit because people do have more access?
Oh, 100%. Um, I think the stigma has been slowly eroding over the last generation. When I was growing up, not to reveal my age, but mental health was something that people didn't really talk about. And, if you were in therapy, it was immediately looked down upon because people thought, oh, well, you must have some serious problems if you're in therapy. And I'm so grateful to see that the younger generation and where we are today, people are recognizing that therapy is not something to be afraid of, and that every single person on this planet, regardless of background, walk of life, what you're going through, can benefit from it. And I think facilities like this, training facilities, are so important because it does provide access to people who may not be able to get it through their insurance, or, might not be able to afford it out of pocket. And the more people who are able to have that experience and see the benefits of therapy, the less and less stigmatized it becomes. And we've made great strides in that over the past, couple of decades. I think it's just remarkable to see that progress. But facilities like the CCMH really help because we, as you say, provide access to people who might not traditionally be able to afford it.
And for you, as you start your journey, what is it like already to be helping people?
It's exciting. There is a part of me that is really ready to jump into the deep end and is ready to be in that treatment room and learning and really affecting people's lives on a one-on-one basis. I'm looking forward to having clients again. As I said from my earlier response, that was one of the most rewarding things about my previous career was the relationships with my clients, and I cannot wait to have those relationships again. And to just know that when people leave my office, that I'm sending them into the world with a fresh perspective and hopefully a new lease on life, even if it's in baby steps. Just knowing that I'm helping someone is powerful. Um, and my role here, I know I'm helping people. I know that what we do is important in every part, every aspect of this facility. Every person's role here is impactful. So it's nice to know that being part of this organization, that I'm helping the community, but I'm very much looking forward to being able to be a grad student and beyond, where I can really build my own clientele and help the people directly again.
What do you do to help your own mental health?
Oh my goodness. Well, I have actually participated in therapy myself. I think it's important for anybody who's practicing therapy to walk that road themselves. I think it's important to experience and know what that's like. If you're going to suggest something to someone else and you're going to, um, I guess, practice what you preach, so to speak. So I think it's important for us as mental health practitioners to really take care of our own mental health, and seeing a therapist ourselves can be very beneficial. But I also really do enjoy some quiet hobbies. I picked up a sport for the first time in my life. I started playing ice hockey. That's been
Oh,
a
wow.
big stress reliever. I started figure skating as well. Ice sports have become a huge part of my life. And I enjoy being outdoors. I love going hiking and walking in parks and just kind of being in nature. Um, I did a study abroad last year in Helsinki, Finland, and found a new connection to nature there that I hadn't previously had, and discovered how much peace being in the forest, in a quiet, calm forest, can provide. So I've gained a new appreciation for spending time outside. It really is good for calming the mind.
What would you say to anyone going through a tough time?
I would certainly say reach out. Have somebody that you can speak to, somebody you trust. Even if you're not currently connected with a therapist, if you're on a wait list, or you're, somebody who hasn't done it yet, you're a first timer and you're a little bit trepidatious about starting that journey, making sure you still have someone that you can lean on, that friend, that family member, that trusted coworker, someone that you can speak to. I think it's very important to have a relationship somewhere where you can feel open, because to keep all of those things bottled inside, that's going to be the hardest part, and that's going to make things a lot more challenging for you. So for anyone who's struggling, anyone who's having a tough time, please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone. I think it's important to know that there are probably more people on your side than you realize. When you are in those darker moments, it can really feel even more isolating. I've experienced those times myself, and I know that, um, even people who I thought, who are, I will say who are, not that I thought, who are very close to me, in those moments, it was even difficult for me to reach out to them. You feel extra isolated. Um, but it's so important to trust and to reach out. There are more people on your side than you know. Um, and don't hesitate to raise that hand when you need help, because it's there, and there are a lot of people out there who are willing to help.